Today is Saturday, October 11th, 2025, and we are here at Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire for a matchup between the visiting Nashua North Titans and the hometown Bedford Bulldogs. Bulldogs come in on the season boasting an impressive record of 12 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. That 1 tie was to the defending state champion Keene Blackbirds in overtime that went to a stroke penalty, and the Keene Blackbirds were able to score on that stroke penalty shot to win the game. And then the tie came at the hands of the Winnicott Warriors. Also, really back and forth game. Went into overtime, but nobody was able to get on the board and resulted in a draw for that contest. As play gets underway, O'Donnell takes it, trying to move the ball up across the 45, but that's intercepted. Battled for along the 30. Kylie trying to chop at it. Montagano giving it her best effort. She's able to draw a foul off the Titans, and it'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs. Montagano goes far side to Grace Wolf. Grace Wolf trying to get up the far sideline. Ball goes off the stick of a Titan player, and Wolf will have the free side in for the Bulldogs. Wolf near side finds Lenti. Sophomore attack, Lenti cuts up across the 10, goes goal line, cuts towards the net to the opening, sends it to Putney. Putney, O'Donnell, both take a swipe at it. Bulldogs score. Not sure who that'll be credited to. Both O'Donnell and Putney swiped at it. I think O'Donnell might have got her stick on the ball first. And we'll see what the official call is down on the field. Nevertheless, nice play from the far sideline coming down. Grace Wolf up to Lenti. Lenti crashes towards the net and puts the ball out in front. Then the Bulldogs get on the board first. Ball on the 30. Ray, far sideline to Wolf. Wolf up to Lenti again. Lenti works the sideline again. Drives hard to the baseline. Gets to the 10. Spins. Puts it in. Trying to catch O'Donnell in the shooting circle. Cleared there. Grace Wolf takes it. Sends it back in. Catches the foot of a Titan player. That'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs. Wolf does it again. Back towards the front of the net. And the Bulldogs will be awarded a corner after that hit the foot of a Titan defender. Senior Grace Wolf at the goal line, ready for the inbound, puts it up top to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, turn, shot at the net. Nice pad save there by the goaltender, Seau, for the Titans as she kicked that bit away. But back comes Elaine, pushes it back towards the circle. O'Donnell has it, looking for room. Dishes to Montagano. Montagano, wrister down low, trying to catch Lenti. Ball bounces over Lenti, sticking out of bounds. Nice pass work there by the Bulldogs. Wolf down to Lenti again at the 15. Ball up to Montagano. Montagano sends it into O'Donnell. O'Donnell in traffic, backhand. Another nice save there by Seau as she flashed the pad again to knock it out of bounds. That ball will come back out and be a free hit for the Titans at the 16-yard line. Titans trying to clear. Ball moves up. Houston gives chase. Battles for it against Catane. Houston's able to get Catane to commit a foul. Up comes Drock. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Bedford side in. They quickly move up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell, zipper pass outside to Putney. Putney cuts up across the 20 and the 15 and across the 10. Tries to send it into the circle. O'Donnell gets it back. Looking for room. Pushing it. Goes backhand. Doesn't get it. Ball pops off the back of her stick. And that'll be a foul, so that ball will come back out to the 16 and free hit for the Titans as they clear up the field. Ball makes its way to about the 30 as Monroe, battling against Vi Hodgson-Rogers, goes off Hodgson-Rogers' foot, and that'll be a free hit for the Titans. Driven up the field, knocked down. Montagano comes away with it. She cuts in towards the circle with room. Feeds O'Donnell. O'Donnell spins back to Montagano. Montagano, looking for an angle, decides to go back towards her backhand, flips it towards the net. O'Donnell chips at it. Lenti tried to get it, but popped back out again. Battled for right in front of the net. And the Bulldogs have earned themselves another corner. After that ball was bouncing and dribbled in the air. Grace Wolf up top. O'Donnell slips it onto Montagano. Montagano drives right, spins left, goes backhand. Nice defensive play there by number 4, Bassford, for the Titans. But that hit a foot, and that's going to be another corner. That'll be the third corner of the day for the Bulldogs. Once again, Grace Wolf, senior midfielder, on the baseline, sends it up top. This one comes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell dishes down low to Lenti. Lenti drives towards the net. Nice defensive play there by number 5, Flannery, as she kept it out. Battled for Montagano, shot. Another save by Seau. Montagano gets it back. This time she puts it home. Buries it low left side. Despite the great goaltending effort from Seau, as she stopped about 3 shots point blank, but the Titans just couldn't clear. And the Bulldogs go up 2-0 off the goal by Eloise Montagano. Putney comes back the other way right away. Feeds O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for room. Cuts into the shooter circle. Winds up. Shot towards the net. Just out of Putney's reach. And out of bounds. As the Bulldogs are just pressuring the Titans down in their end. Nashua North looking for an answer to break it out. Try to send it up. Montagano knocks it down again. She cuts left and right. She drives it towards the net. Lenti gives chase. Gets it. Chips it back towards the goal mouth. Pokes it out front. Montagano goes to get another wrister. Ball bouncing around in front. O'Donnell gets at it. Wolf gets at it as well. And that ball is cleared by the Titans, only to be turned right back around again by the Bulldogs. Hodgson-Rogers goes after it, but commits a foul. And it's a free hit for the Titans. They move it up across the 30. Stolen by freshman Elaine. Battled for at the 25. Going to call a foul on the Titans as Montagano quickly goes with it. O'Donnell, quick touch pass outside to Putney. Putney with Elaine towards the net. Shot. Knocked down. Scrambled for again. Vi Hodgson-Rogers with the wrister. They're going to call a foul on the Bulldogs, and that ball will come back out to the 16 as the Titans escape another offensive threat from Bedford. Hodgson-Rogers to Montagano. Montagano. Foul committed by the Titans. Montagano gets it back. She's got to move 5 with it before she can make the play. Does. Stick handles around defenders. Sends it into Putney. Putney to Lenti. Ball bounces out. Another nice save by Seau, as she's made some really nice saves here to start this game in the first quarter. Just under 7 minutes left on the clock here. And the hometown Bedford Bulldogs are still up 2-0. Wolf, down low to Lenti. Lenti tries to chip around the defender. Nice defensive play there by Nashua. Montagano lifts back into the circle. Referee's going to call a dangerous ball on that. That'll come back out to the 16. Titans clear. Charging up the field. Nice defensive play there by Carly Hodgson-Rogers, senior defender for the Bulldogs, as she slowed the attack down and sent it smartly out of bounds on the far sideline, allowing the Bulldog players to get back on defense. These Bulldogs have all had a really great season, and every single one of them deserve accolades. But just to mention, Carly Hodgson-Rogers has done a great job on defense, along with senior captain Mia Catane and senior defender Anna Ray. And Hodgson-Rogers has incredible speed. When she gets the ball on her stick and has a lane, she can just break out with it and really take off. And does a nice job back there and has all season. Referee timeout on the field for an injured player. Player able to get off the field on their own. Looks like caught one in the leg or the ankle. As the Titans will have the free hit. Drock sent it up the field. Knocked down by Eloise Montagano, senior captain midfielder. Ball battled for along the far side of the field. And the Bulldogs commit a foul, so that'll be a free hit for the Titans. Ball back in play. Vi Hodgson-Rogers steps up, steals it away, gets it up to O'Donnell. She's chipping at it, trying to get up the field. Ball battled for on the 40. Titans commit the foul. Be a free hit, Bulldogs. Catane. Back pass to Elaine. Elaine gives it back to Catane. She cuts around the defender. Sends it upfield. Ball catches the Titan player in the leg. Montagano gets a free hit. She sends it airborne all the way up to about the 22-yard line. Back judge blows the whistle on that. So for folks at home, when you see the players lift the ball way up high, the ruling is in field hockey that the player receiving the ball has to be given 5 yards in order to handle that ball and get it down on the ground. And a lot of times that's up to the judge's discretion as to whether or not the player gave the 5 yards, and more importantly, which player was the receiving player. As O'Donnell gets it, air dribbles up across the 40. Referee's going to blow the whistle there as she mishandled it, trying to get it back down onto the ground. From the 35. Titans send it all the way up into Bedford zone. Up to the 25. Catane tries to clear it. Ball pops up. Hits Drock in the shoulder. It's going to be a free hit for the Titans from about the 25. Maddie Drock, junior midfielder, number 11 for the Titans, sends it in. Gets to the 10-yard line, knocked down there by the Bulldogs, and they clear quickly. Up to midfield, O'Donnell crossing the 50, looking for room. Drives the ball up to Girasol. Girasol up across the 15. Swipes at it, doesn't get it, gets it again. Back into the shooter circle. Hodge and Rogers battles for it. They're going to call a hack penalty. That's when the stick hits the stick and doesn't catch any ball. And that's why that whistle blew. Elaine back into Girasol. Girasol looking for room. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell lays it out to Montagano. Top of the circle. Montagano backhand towards the net. Rebound out top. Again, Seau with a nice kick save, as she has been on the spot for this Titan team in this first quarter. Bulldogs are probably up to 7 or 8 shots here so far, and she's turned away quite a few. Just under a minute and a half left to play in the first quarter. Montagano, Hodge and Rogers play catch. Up into the shooter circle. And a hack penalty again, foul called by the referee on the Titans. And that'll be a corner for the Bulldogs. Montagano will come down low in order to facilitate the inbound off the goal line. Titan players are ready. Referee goes to blow the whistle. Does. Montagano inserts. Give and go. Sends it towards the net. Nice save again by Seau. Montagano back up top. Addie Putney looking for room. Drives it. Ball goes out of bounds as Putney had checked into the game at attack. Sister of senior Ella Putney, along with Avery Girasol, gets in the mix. Big drive up the field by O'Neill. Bulldogs knock it down, but it catches their foot. And that ball is going to come back up to about the 37 for the free hit. But that's going to be end of the first quarter. Your Bedford Bulldogs are up by a score of 2-0. As play gets back underway here in the second quarter, Bulldogs up 2-0 here at Bedford High School. Ball far side. Fed to O'Donnell. O'Donnell with speed. Cuts up across the 25. Spins in towards the shooter circle. Pushes it up just too far out of her own reach as the Titans come back up the field. Hodge and Rogers gets it. Pokes it up. Ball battle for Girasol towards the net. Nice save again by Seau, as she has played a great game so far here today. Montagano gets the ball for the Bulldogs. Flips it down low to Addie Putney. Putney battling for it. Referee's going to call another corner call in the favor of the Bulldogs. That'll be the Bulldogs' 5th corner of the day. And Grace Wolf back down along the goal line. Sends it up top. Catches it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell to Montagano. Montagano tries to send it forward. Nicely defended there by Drock, but they're going to call her as that ball hit her in the foot. But nice aggressive defensive play by Drock, as she's putting together a good game here so far today. Wolf for the Bulldogs. Sends it back up top. O'Donnell catches it. Slides it over. Trying to catch Girasol, but out of her way. And that ball goes out of bounds. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there, as the Lady Bulldogs trying to get reorganized. 16-yard line. Ball's back in play by Hodge and Rogers. Steals it. Sends it back upfield. That ball comes up. Hits Avery Girasol in the leg. And that'll be a free hit for the Titans. Drock looking for a lane. Knocks it up the field. That ball made it up to Monroe, but out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will have it from about the 32-yard line. Vi Hodgson-Rogers, senior midfielder for the Bulldogs. She's on her way out to play up in Maine to go on and play her college field hockey. At University of New England. Took me a minute there to remember. Apologize for you at home. But she'll be continuing to play the college game. She's had a great season at midfield for the Bulldogs as she takes a free side in. Feeds Montagano. Montagano, one-timer to Elaine. Elaine, one-timer to O'Donnell. O'Donnell into the shooter circle, looking for room. Spins. Goes backhand. Shot. Beautiful save by Seau as she stretches out with the paddle and knocks it down. Great goaltending once again. Great save. Nashua, every time they try to clear, get up about the 30, 35-yard line. Montagano is there. But here we go with a break. Doc, far sideline. Off the stick of Elaine. It'll be a free side in for the Titans. Doc takes it again. Grace Wolf steals it for the Bulldogs. Comes back the other way. Far sideline. Sending sophomore Addison Putney up the field. Over to O'Donnell. Ball pops up. Hits the defender, and that's going to be another free corner for the Bulldogs. This will be corner number 6 for Bedford. Wolf will have it. Wolf up top. Avery Girasol. Back down to Wolf. Just skips over the top of Wolf's stick and out of bounds. As the Bulldogs, the last couple of games just haven't been connecting on these corners. And the Titans have a free hit from the 16. Big rip there by number 4, Bassford. But that ball came up a little hot. The referee is going to call a dangerous hit on that. And Bulldogs will have it. That's going to come into the 20. O'Donnell will set it at the 18. She moves to the left, tries to lay it out to Grace Wolf. Nice defensive play there by the Titans as number 13 had stepped up, Nardone, to slow the Bulldogs down. But the Bulldogs get another call in their favor. Ball will come up to the 30. Montagano will take it. Cuts around the defender. Dishes down low. Finds O'Donnell. Looking for room. She air dribbled, and the referee is going to call that as well. A lot of these calls, folks at home, are really at the discretion of the referees. The primary goal here for them is to make sure that they're calling a game in a manner that keeps the players safe, as O'Donnell drives into the shooter's lane, trying to stick handle through traffic. Pushed it towards the net. That goal won't count, as that ball hit a Bedford player's foot and will come out as a free hit for the Titans. So a lot of these whistles are predominantly foot calls, where the ball hits the player's foot. And in the game of field hockey, you can't do that. It is not like soccer. There's a lot of skill involved trying to make sure that you're keeping that ball away from your feet, whether you're stick handling it yourself or you're trying to get around defenders. So if that ball hits a lower part of a leg or a foot, referees are going to blow the whistle and it's going to change possessions. The second call you see a lot are these dangerous sticks or dangerous balls, and that's any time that the referees feel that the ball's too high and could have hit a player in the head or a chest, or if a stick comes up too high and could have caught somebody in the head or chest, they're going to call that as well. As Lenti barrels in across the goal line, out towards the net. Wolf gives a swipe at it. She misses the ball. 2 sticks connect. That's going to be a hack call, and the ball will come back the other way and out of bounds as the Titans clear. Wolf tries to send it in to catch Montagano. Montagano lays it out for Lenti. Lenti drives at it, trying to get it in towards the shooter circle. Finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell spins around, trying to get away from the defender, looking for room. Does. Cuts to the right, still stick handling. Sends it back, left-hand side, goal. As she goes low, far side, dragged the goalie all the way across the goal mouth. And was able to put that ball back on the far side. And the Bulldogs go up 3-0. Play back underway after that goal that put the Bulldogs up 3-0. Ball far side of the field. Wolf catches Lenti. Lenti, nice stick handling. Cuts around the defender. Cuts towards the net hard. Looking for room. Dishes to O'Donnell. O'Donnell gathers it. Stick handles right and left. Nice defensive play there by Bedford as she poke-checked O'Donnell and took the ball back. Elaine gets it back for the Bulldogs. Goes far side. Grace Wolf in towards the shooter circle. Finds Montagano up top. Montagano, backhand, shot in towards the net. Deflected. That catches the foot of a Bedford player, and that ball will come out to the 16 as a free hit for the Titans. Montagano once again, as the Titans try to clear, she knocks the ball down and sends it back the other way. Now Elaine into Putney. Senior attack Putney was trying to drive with that ball. The Titans commit a foul. And Montagano will take it for Bedford from the 30-yard line. Montagano, senior midfield captain. She's been absolutely lights out all season. Just quarterback this team. Great two-way player, great stick handler, great vision on the field. Really has created so much of the offense this year. Really, like great majority of it has been generated and created by senior captain Eloise Montagano. As Morgan Widener checks in the game, she sends it up across the 20. Ella Putney drags it, looking for room, gets into the circle, trying to beat 2 defenders. And they're going to call a foul just outside the shooter circle. O'Donnell quickly back to Montagano. Montagano, quick wrister to Lenti. Lenti shot. Catches the arm or hand of Ella Putney as she was trying to deflect it into the back of the net. Another good offensive chance for the Bulldogs, just not able to deliver. From the 25, Eloise Montagano will work. Montagano cuts, spins, loses the defender, shuffles it in towards the shooting circle, but the Titans were able to clear. Ball back out to Widener, near side. She keeps it inbound. Nope, referee says that went out of bounds. Drock will have it. Drock tries to go up the near sideline. Catches herself about 3 yards. Drock gets it back, lifts it up, but out of bounds. And Mia Catane, nice lift, finds O'Donnell out at the 20. Montagano. O'Donnell back to Wolf. Wolf down low to Taylor Bailey, who's checked in the game. O'Donnell stick handling, finds Montagano up top, shot, paddle save. O'Donnell with the rebound, through the legs, another kick save there by Seau. Montagano gets it back, another shot, another paddle save. Ball goes up in the air and swung at by Sticks, amazed here. As O'Donnell gets it back for Bedford, looking for room, spins around the defender, gets a shot off and scores. Well, the Bulldogs would not be denied on that, as O'Donnell, Montagano, Putney, all of them up there. Even Taylor Bailey, who's checked into the game, trying to work towards the net. Very impressive goaltending here by Seau, as she has just been peppered with shots and done a great job keeping the ball out of the net. And although the Bedford Bulldogs are up 4-0, really got to give her credit. She's played one heck of a game so far. As ball goes out far side, just out of Taylor Bailey's reach. Titans have it. They inbound it. Montagano tries to gather it, just goes off her stick. Doc sends it in hard. That is the first time the Titans have been able to crack beyond the 15-yard line into Bedford territory, but that ball goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will have the free hit from the 16. We have 1 minute left on the clock here, the second half, as Ray sends it upfield trying to catch O'Donnell. She gets slowed down there, but ball comes back out to her. She air dribbles up across the 50. Referee's going to blow the whistle again on the air dribble. The reason the player can air dribble, the issue becomes when you're air dribbling and you come near a defender, the referee blows the whistle because the ball is in the air, and that would be then considered a dangerous ball. If you're in open field and you want to air dribble, you can do it all you want. But Widener looking for room at the 40. Decides to try and catch Taylor Bailey. Grace Wolf comes up, steals the ball. In towards the circle. Send it to Bailey. Bailey chips at it. And out come the Titans, and that'll be the end of the first half of this game here, where your Bedford Bulldogs are ahead 4-0 against the Nashua North Titans. And we're going to take a break for halftime. We'll be right back. As we're back to start the second half, play is back underway. Your hometown Bedford Bulldogs leading the Nashua North Titans with a score of 4-0. We're able to get an official ruling on the field as to the goal scorers here for the Bulldogs. And so far, we have the first goal to start the game by senior forward Ella Putney, as she was able to scoop up a rebound and poke it in off a nice play from Mary Lenti. Second goal was scored by senior midfield captain Eloise Montagano, And the next two were scored by senior captain attack Tegan O'Donnell as the Bulldogs get back into the Titans' offensive end. Bulldogs commit a foul. That's going to be a free hit for the Titans. Maddie Drock, junior midfielder, is going to take it. And Drock seems to have the captain banner on her leg as O'Donnell back into the circle. Over to Taylor Bailey, who just misses the net as O'Donnell tried to set her up. Senior Taylor Bailey, first year as a varsity player here for the Bulldogs. Last year had moved from out of state to come to Bedford High School. And she was the manager the first year, but certainly talented enough to play. And here she is, senior year and filling in, and has gotten some nice playing time as O'Donnell intercepts. Stick handles towards the circle, looking for room. Doc reaches in, stops that effort. Titans with a free hit from the 16. Big rip by O'Neill up the field. Beautiful drive that she took there. That got all the way up to the 50. Carly Hodgson-Rogers comes barreling back up, gets it back into the Titans territory, but they're going to call a side in. Excuse me, they call the foul on the Bulldogs. Doc moves near sideline. Ray knocks it down. Number 21, Lopez, tries to get around Elaine but doesn't as she picks her pocket. Elaine sends it up to the 50. Montagano takes it, lays it out for Wolf. Grace Wolf near sideline. Runs it up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for room. Feeds Montagano. Montagano at the 20. Chips around the defender. Goes backhand. Lays it down low. O'Donnell gets it. Hits her foot as she was trying to set up Bailey again on the pass down low. Just overran the ball. Some nice passing out here by the Bulldogs as they're moving the ball around the field very nicely. O'Neill, another big drive up the field. All the way up to the 50 into Bedford territory. Ray sends it back to Hodgson-Rogers. She tries to clear it. Monroe gets it. Catane comes back for the Bulldogs. Gathers it up. Looking for room. Finds Elaine. Finds it up all the way to Abby Elaine. Elaine over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell on the move. Up across the 25. Stick handles into traffic. What a play by O'Neill as she reaches out, steals it away. Wolf gets it back. Shot towards the net. Bailey chips at it. That's a Bedford goal. Not sure if Bailey was the one that was able to get that rebound and put it in or not. Waiting for the call on the field. Referee is saying that is a goal. Senior, as the seniors celebrate with senior Taylor Bailey on her first varsity high school point and first varsity high school goal.
6 for the goal, assisted by 13.
And the Bulldogs go on top 5-0.
Number 6, Taylor Bailey. Assist to number 13, Grace Wolf.
Bulldogs right back on the attack. Widener finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell moves left. Backhand shot score. And the Bulldogs go up 6-0 off a quick shot by O'Donnell. The Bulldogs will take a timeout here as they have the lead with just about 10 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter. So as we've seen so far this game, we've seen some good play here by the Titans. The score doesn't necessarily reflect what's going on the field. I'll tell you, in particular, their goalie, Seau, has played one heck of a game. Not many times you see a high school goalie, stretch across the net and use their paddle to knock down a shot, let alone the 3 or 4 that she's been able to keep out of the back of the net. On top of that, you've seen O'Neill with some of these free hits and the way she's ripping the ball up the field, which is really a skill set. You don't get to see that very often with the big hits like that, and that can be a real tactical advantage for these teams to drive the ball out of harm's way, as well as junior captain Maddie Drock, who's been all over the field, both defensively and offensively, really putting on a spirited effort here. And we'll see what happens here with 10 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs up 6-0. I'm sure the Titans are ready to rally and get on the board. As the players come back out onto the field, Coach Gaudreau making some substitutions as Grace Watson comes in and checks in at goalie. She'll be in between the pipes for the Bulldogs here the rest of the way. Grace is a senior transfer in from prep school and has come back to Bedford High School. At attack, Taylor Bailey stays in the game after the big goal. Addison Putney stays up top, and Mary Lenti stays at center attack. And Liza Montagano is checked in at center mid. Along with Lacey Browning, sophomore. Montagano is only a freshman. And much like her sister, really good stick handler. Sees the field very well. Also on the far side of the field, number 7, Claire McGinnis at midfield. She's a junior. She's checked into the game for the Bulldogs. Morgan Widener's gone back to center D. And Daphne DeLeo, Claudia DeLeo, senior defender, is also checked into the game. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. That'll be Titans side in. Well, the Bulldogs aren't short on depth. Every single one of these players that are out here are skilled players. And I've watched a lot of these kids develop over the years. And the amount of work and effort they put in all year round to get out onto this field is very impressive. As Catane steps up, pushes the ball up to McGinnis. McGinnis, nice stick handling, up across the 50, all the way up to the 40, looking for a lane. Lays it out. Catches Addison Putney. Addison Putney cuts in towards the shooter circle. Gets it back to McGinnis. McGinnis tries to direct it towards the net. But that ball gets knocked down and battled for along the 20-yard line. Hits the foot of Catane, and the Titans will have a free hit. They try to clear, but Carly Hodgson-Rogers takes it. Tries to catch Lenti. Lenti into the shooter circle. Stick handles into traffic. Shot. Save at the doorstep. Addie Putney on the rebound. So we have both Putney sisters on the board today.
12 to goal, assisted by 17. 12 from 17.
And the Bulldogs go up 7-0.
Bedford goal by number 12, Addie Putney. Assistant number 17, Mary Lundy.
A long line of offensively talented Putney sisters here, as Anna Putney used to be an attack for the Bulldogs and quite a successful career here. Really fun to watch. Very talented, speedy, great shot. On to Ella Putney, who is now a senior attack, as we saw her get the game opener here goal to get the Bulldogs up 1-0. And now Addie Putney. So we have three sisters that have certainly made their mark here up at Bedford High School. Not to be forgotten, their mom is the assistant coach here and the head coach of the junior varsity program, as she's developed many players, and a player herself. She played at Portsmouth High School years ago. Not too long ago, I'd like to say. And that's Karen Putney. So, big presence here. A lot of sisters, too, in the program. As I mentioned earlier, as Liza Montagano, number 8, takes the ball and sends it out far side to Hodgson Rogers. So Liza Montagano is a sister of senior captain Eloise Montagano. And then we have twin sisters, Vi Hodgson Rogers and Carly Hodgson Rogers as well. So quite the sister tandems out here for the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs are awarded a corner, Catane will take it. She sends it up top to McGinnis. McGinnis, shot, far side. Addie Putney scoops it up, puts it back in towards the net, but that ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be a free hit for the Titans. O'Neill steps up to the 16, drops it. She decides to go far side. Sends it out to Nardone. Nardone loses the handle. Putney catches it. Putney in towards the circle. McGinnis knocks it down, but that goes off her body, and that ball will come back out to the 16 and a free hit for the Titans. O'Neill sends it upfield, all the way up to the 40. Carly Hodgson Rogers, nice touch pass. Up to McGinnis, over to Putney. Putney turns the defender. Tries to cut across the goal line, but loses the handle as that goes out of bounds. As we're under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter, Bulldogs, despite the substitutions, are still on the attack here. Like I mentioned earlier, a very deep roster for head coach Kate Gaudreau. The Bulldogs have 15 seniors on the roster this year, which is just amazing. I don't know if that's ever happened before, with that many seniors on a team. So this program, as you see out here, a lot of the underclassmen right now is still strong and going to have years of success beyond this year, as we're quickly cruising right in to senior night next Wednesday against Portsmouth High School, and then we'll be into the playoff rounds. So one regular season game left for the Lady Bulldogs, and then they're off into the playoff picture at the top of the heap, as they are right now ranked number 2 in the state. Lenti just is in towards the shooter circle. Cleared there by the Titans as they come away with it up across the 30. And push it upfield. Lopez chases after it, but ball goes out of bounds. And Monroe for the Titans will lay it out there at the 41-yard line of Bedford territory for Maddie Drock to take it. Captain Maddie Drock sends it upfield, up across the 30, catches Monroe. Monroe turned, pushed it up the field. Was able to get the Bulldogs to commit a foul as the Titans are starting to press. Drock drives it in. And ball goes out of bounds. But that'll come back up to the 25 and remain Titans ball as that went off a defender, a Bulldog defender's stick and out of bounds. Referee trying to get Doc's attention to get back to the 25. She does. Doc takes it. Decides to drive it into the shooter circle. Knocked down there by Widener. Hit the foot of her teammate. So that was a free hit for the Bulldogs. Referee with another call. That'll come back up to the 25. Senior Carly Hodgson-Rogers will take it again. Nice lift up the field. Finds Lenti. Lenti knocks it down. But referee's going to blow the whistle as Lenti gets it back. She spins around. Ball battled for at 35. Up comes Carly Hodgson-Rogers as she darted up and stole the ball. Pushed up to Liza Montagano. Montagano sends it in, trying to catch Taylor Bailey. Taylor Bailey shot towards the net, bounces up in the air. Another beautiful save by Seau. But because that ball got kicked up in the air, when the goalie does that, that is an automatic corner call in the favor of the other team. So the Bulldogs will have another corner. This will be their 7th of the game. Catane from the baseline. Sets it up top to Montagano. Montagano. Shot. Deflected. Catane battles for it. Chips at it. And referee's going to call a dangerous stick or a foot on that, actually. Excuse me. That must have hit the foot of a Bedford player. Nice offensive bid there from Liza Montagano. As the Titans try to clear, Catane comes back the other way with it. Doc gets it back for the Titans. She goes reverse, sends it up across the 50. Catane trying to stick handle through traffic. And time runs out here in the third quarter as the hometown Bedford Bulldogs are up 7-0 against the Nashua North Titans. As we are back underway here in the fourth quarter, Bulldogs on top, 7-0 against the Nashua North Titans. And the Bulldogs come right back again, quickly attacking, getting up across the 10-yard line. Addie Putney finds Liza Montagano. Liza Montagano tries to go backhand. Just misdirected as that ball goes out of bounds. Be a free hit from the 16. O'Neill will take it for the Titans. O'Neill surveying the field, sends it up, trying to catch Doc. Lenti steals it away. Spins, heads towards the shooter circle, tries to lay it out for Taylor Burley. Nicely played there by O'Neill as she stepped up and intercepted that pass and is able to draw a foul off the Bulldogs. Tried to send it the other way with the free hit, but Browning comes back with a lane into the shooter circle. Swipes at it, drives it towards the net. Montagano knocks it down as Lopez ends up clearing for the Titans. Comes barreling up the field up across the 35. Carly Hodgson-Rogers turns, steals it back up into the shooter circle. Shot towards the net. Kick save by Seau. Shot, ball comes up. Hits the Titan player, but the referee's still going to call a corner in the favor of Bedford. This will be Bedford's eighth corner of the game. Senior defensive captain Mia Catane will take it. Sends it up top. Browning. Shot towards the net. Knocked down. Driven back towards the net by Bailey. Lenti. Putney takes a swipe at it. McGinnis tries to drag it back towards the net. Does. And referee blows the whistle. It goes off the stick of a Titans player. I believe that ball's going to come out to 25 and remain in the possession of the Bulldogs. And it will. Liza Montagano to Vihotchen Rogers. Ball gets Byer. Up comes Kylie. Stolen away by Montagano. She tries to feed Browning. Again, O'Neill with that was Doc with a nice defensive play. She gets up the field, drags it into Montagano's feet, gets a free hit. Continues up across the 40. DeLeo smartly knocks the ball out of bounds on a nice poke. Doc will take it. Drives it up the field nicely. Into the shooter circle, just out of Monroe's reach. And that ball goes out of bounds. That'll come up to the 16. That'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs. As the Titans are trying to get on the board here in the fourth quarter. Addie Putney hops up over the ball. Comes up across the 50. Gets knocked down. Ball taken away. Lopez for the Titans. Comes back the other way. Lopez, far side of the field. Moving up. Trying to pressure Catane. Spins. Gets it back out, over towards the shooter circle. Chases it down. Great effort by Lopez. Montagano, stick tackle there. Clears it up. Doc has it for the Titans. Doc comes back around the other way, looking for a shot. Winds up, just doesn't catch the ball as that goes out of bounds. As Widener will take it for the Bulldogs from the 16 on the free hit. Widener sends it all the way up to Lenti. Lenti with room. Gets it up across to the 50 as the Titans commit a foul. That should be Bulldogs' ball, and it is. Vi Hodgson Rogers will take it. Dishes far side to McGinnis. McGinnis just can't handle it as that ball goes out of bounds. And the Titans will have a side in from about the 32-yard line in their territory. Ball was pushed up the sideline and out of bounds, must have gone off a Bedford player's stick. As Lenti comes away with it, on the run with room. Dishes off to Putney. Putney from the 10. Tries to go back to Lenti. Lenti gets it, chips at it. Tries to feed the far post. Nice defensive play there by the Titans. Browning swings, shoots. Ball cleared by the Titans. That's going to come up across the 35. But that'll be Bulldogs side in. And Claudia DeLeo, senior defender here for the Bulldogs, will take that side in from the 30. DeLeo, nice back pass to Widener. Widener fills the center of the field, catching Vi Hodgson Rogers. Lenti, touch pass. Montagano down low, in front. Seau kicks it out. Monroe comes out with it, clears it out of harm's way. But DeLeo's there to slow down the Titans. They call a foul on the Bulldogs at the 30, and the Titans will have the free hit. Doc moves up the field, cuts up across the 40. Browning commits a foul. Doc gets it again, takes off, pushes it up to the 20, catches Lopez. Lopez on the run. Vi Hodgson Rogers knocks it down, tries to come away with it. Does push it up the field. Monroe gives chase. Browning is there. Doc gets it back. Sends it towards the center of the field. But Liza Montagano. Beautiful pass all the way up across the 50. Lenti with room. 3-on-4. Out to Taylor Bailey. Bailey, plenty of time on the 10-yard line. Looking for a lane. Decides to go down low to Lenti. Lenti, beautiful stick handle move. In towards the net. Shot. Score. As Lenti took that ball and drove in towards the net, referee's going to say no goal. Not sure why that is. That goal was called back off a beautiful move from Lenti and some nice passing work as she had charged up the field. 7 minutes left on the clock, fourth quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0. Titans try to clear. They're working at it, far side of the field. Ball goes out of bounds off a Bulldogs player. Lopez for the Titans. Tries to get around Catane. Not happening. Catane steals the ball back. Comes back up into Titans territory. Browning. She'll move up across the 30. Stolen there by Doc. Doc for the Titans. Moves it up the field. Up across the 50. Browning comes back. Back and forth play. We're going to get a stick-on-stick hack call there. And Doc will take it from the 50, looking for a lane. Drives it up the field. Browning knocks it down. Finds Bailey. Bailey chips at it. Montagano reaches for it. McGinnis goes and scoops it up at the 50. She's looking for an opportunity to move it up the field. Tries. The Titans slow her down. Battle for along the 50 on the far sideline. Ball makes it into Bedford territory, but Catane is there again. Takes it up the field. Nice stretch pass. Trying to catch Addie Putney on the run. Addie Putney saves it from going out of bounds. Nope, referee says that did not stay in. That ball will come back out to about the 15-yard line, and the Titans will have the side in. Ball driven up the field, knocked down at the 30. Hodgson Rogers. Doc takes it back the other way. Hodgson Rogers pokes in. Commits a foul. Doc again. Big rip up the field. Ends up catching the foot of her teammate. Lenti gets it back. Quickly out to Putney. Putney chips around the defender. Tries to get up the field. Is able to get the Titans to commit a foul, and that'll be a free hit for the Bulldogs. That ball should be set at about the 20. Well, referee sets her all the way up to the 15. McGinnis has it. McGinnis, back pass. Over to Catane. Catane back to McGinnis. McGinnis curls at the 10. Tries to get in towards the circle. Does. Drives towards the net. And ball goes out of bounds. And that'll come up to the 16. The Titans will have the free hit. Coming back the other way. Just under 4 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. As O'Neal rips it all the way up the field. Beautiful drive. That ball will make it all the way down to Bedford territory to the 15-yard line as the Titans give chase. Widener had scooped it up, sent it up far sideline. McGinnis stick handles between two defenders, gets it up across the 50. Goes far sideline. Lays it out for Putney. Putney can't get there as that was nicely defended by Bassford, and she sent it back the other way. Catane settles it down. Switches fields. Finds Browning. Browning trying to find Taylor Bailey, but up comes O'Neal. O'Neal for the Titans. Drives it back up the field. Nicely knocked down there by DeLeo as she was able to stop that ball from rifling by her. Great stick work, and she sends it back into Liza Montagano. Montagano. Back and forth, given a battle with Doc. Vi Hodgson Rogers with a beautiful stick tackle, and they come back the other way. Catane tries to catch McGinnis. Does. McGinnis keeps it in bounds. Sends it up. Up to Putney. Putney towards the circle. Puts it in. Lenti, shot, pad save by Seau as she kicks that left pad. Makes another beautiful save here today. Two minutes to play. Vi Hodgson Rogers will take it. Looking for room. Gets into the circle. Gets a shot. Hits the leg of the defender. Gets it back. Gets another shot off. Out in front. Swiped at by Addison Putney. Ball comes up. Dangerous ball, and that'll come back with a free hit the other way. And O'Neill just rips it up the field. Monroe tries to come away with it. Is able to get the Bedford Bulldogs to commit a foul. O'Neill will take it again. Stick handles around the Bulldogs player, but chipped away by Hodgson Rogers. Referee's going to award O'Neill with another free hit after she tried to stick handle around those defenders. We have 1 minute left in the game. O'Neill sends it upfield to Doc. Doc trying to move up. Widener takes it away from her. Doc takes it back. DeLeo chips at it. Tries to slow Doc down. Doc going towards the net. Is able to draw a foul. Doc will take it from the 20. Goes backhand. Sends it into the circle. Battled for. Out comes McGinnis. She sends it up the field. Doc steals it away, turns, fires back. Widener takes it. But Doc back up on her feet again, one-handed, stick handles around the defender. McGinnis comes back up. Tries to send it, sideline. Putney has it. She's on her way, up across the 50. It's a 4-on-3 if the Bulldogs hustle. Putney trying to find an opening, stick handling around the defender. Great composure, but the Bulldogs run out of time. And this game is end as a final score of the Bedford Bulldogs 7 and the Nashua Titans 0. Thank you for joining us today from Bedford High School. Our next broadcast will be next Wednesday at home against the Portsmouth High School Clippers. This will be the final regular season game for the Bedford Bulldogs and the senior night celebration for these seniors. Hope you can join us then. Thank you.